Have you ever walked into a classroom and wondered what the probability is that two of your students will have the same birthday?
I have thought about that.
Well, I was thinking about it, and we've learned a lot about probability in this class, and I was wondering if we could find out what the probability was.
I like that idea. We should totally do that. I've even heard that sometimes the easiest way to find probability is to find the probability of something not happening.
I like that. Let's do that.
Okay.
Cool.
So today we're going to show you how to find the probability of a non-match. So to do this, we find the total number of non-matches and we multiplicatively compare to the number of all possible matches. And this will give us the probability of not having a match in the classroom. So in general, everybody has 365 options of a birthday, right? So let's say we have 29 students in a classroom. If we take each student having 365 days of birthday options, we multiply them 29 times, or this would continue into 365 to the 29th power. Then we need to find the total number of non-matches. So let's just say each of these blue rectangles represents a student. We have 29 listed here. So if the student cannot have matching birthdays, the first student has 365 options for their birthday. But the second student has only 364. One less day to choose from. So each time you move from a birthday, there's going to be one less option. So for the third person in line, they only have 363 options. The fourth person has 362 options, and so on.
So as we looked at earlier, we are comparing the total possible non-matches to all of the possible matches. And so what we have here is just a numerical representation of what you just saw with the blue blocks. So on the top, we have 365 multiplied by 364, multiplied by 363, and so on, where we repeated that pattern by taking away one less day of the year and multiplying that all the way until we got to 337, which would be the last student. And then underneath that, we're dividing by 365 to the 29th power, because those are all of the possible options for a student's birthday. And so, as a result, we found that all of the possibilities for a non-match are 6.46 times 10 to the 73rd power, and all of the possible matches total are 2.02 times 10 to the 74th power. Now I know that's hard to visualize, so let's go to the calculator to see what that numbers look like. So we start by entering 365 to represent the number of days in the year. Then we're going to click the math button right there and scroll all the way over to PRB, which stands for probability. Then we will choose the second option, which stands for permutations. After that, we're going to enter 29, which is the total number of students. When you press enter, the number you get is 6.46 times e to the 73rd power. And written out, that's what that number will look like. Our next goal was to find all of the possible matches. So we took 365 and raised that to the 29th power. Whoops. The 29th power. And when you enter that, you get 2.02 times e to the 74th, sorry. And written out, that's what that number will look like. So then when we divided both of those answers, I'm going to go back and re-enter that 365 NPR times 29. And we're going to divide by 365 to the power of 29. And when we do that, we get the answer of 0.3190. So after we did the calculations, as I was saying, we got 0.319, and that is the probability that the students will not have a matching birthday. But remember, we are looking to find what the probability is that students will have a match. So I'm going to go over here, and what we have here is, in order to find the probability of matches, we're going to take a whole, or 1, and subtract the probability of a non-match. So here we have the 1, and we entered the 0.319 for the probability of a non-match, and we subtracted that from 1, which gave us 0.6801. In other words, there's a 6.09% chance of a match in our classroom.
Wow, Haley, that means that if we randomly went into hundreds or even billions of classrooms containing 29 students, we would have a 68% chance of students having matching birthdays. Wow.
Those would be really good odds.
I know. Crazy.
I think we're good.
Hey.